First of all, I would like to go with the discussion that what climate change is. Can you help a person like me who has no knowledge what climate change is, so that it could be easy for us, because there are a lot of news in the media. It's some people say it's a conspiracy, and some people, there are a lot of scientists who are giving proof that climate change is happening.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's a great question, because oftentimes we don't really address exactly what climate change is, and it's very complex. But basically, if we look at it in terms of weather, so climate change is predictions of weather over long periods of time based on specific regions. So weather tells you what to wear every day, whereas climate tells you what to expect for maybe your summer or your winter. For instance, me being in Florida, I live in a swampland, so I can expect mugginess and rain, whereas someone that lives in Arizona in a desert-like situation would expect much higher heat levels and not so much humidity. That would be your climate. And climate change is something that happens naturally. It's happened since the beginning of time, and the Earth has its own way of emitting our greenhouse gases. Now, these greenhouse gases have ways to be recycled back into the Earth, but when we put humans involved and we start emitting those greenhouse gases, it's a lot harder for those greenhouse gases to get recycled, which means that they stay in our atmosphere. And if they stay in our atmosphere, they warm our planet. So that's why we talk a lot about global warming in the terms of climate change. But I do want to say here, when we specifically talk about global warming, it doesn't mean that, no snow is going to happen. Global warming was a term coined right at the beginning, and unfortunately it's caused a lot of confusion around the topic and a lot of debate. If it snows, then it's not global warming. But when we talk about global warming, we're really talking about the atmosphere itself is warming. It doesn't always mean that your winters are going to be warm or there won't be snow. So I do want to preface on that, but that's kind of a basic overview of climate change versus weather. It's just really a long-term prediction of weather.